Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back with another Legends video, and man, oh man, we have tons of stuff to talk about, bro. The video and stuff had just finished, the reveal and stuff, whatever you want to call it. It literally just finished, right? Meaning it went from 11 p.m. my time to 12 a.m. just now. It just finished, right? Not too long ago. The video stuff was an hour. They had so much to show in there, bro, and it's only getting started, right? So without further ado, we're just gonna hop right in. We're gonna speed run through most of this stuff, and then once we get to like the character details, right, which is what you're mainly here for, that's when we'll like go through all of it thoroughly. So with that being said, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're and, you know, want to see more content. We are on the road to 600 subs, and hit that like button if you happen to enjoy the video. So the first thing we have here is the Legends Festival summon. Log in up to 5 days, right? Log in for 5 days, and then you'll get 300 tickets, and you'll be able to summon on this banner. These characters look pretty decent. They're fairly recent, right? The Vegeta Blue, the Kefla, the support Vegeta back there. So you do want to make sure you get as many tickets as possible to summon on this banner. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next thing. Alrighty, next up we have the Legends Plaque, right? I'm pretty sure that's what they call this, or it's going to be a part of the celebration. Basically, however much crystals you spent throughout the year, I'm pretty sure it's every 1,000 crystals, right? You'll be getting one of these, and you'll be able to exchange stuff for like the tickets, literally for, I'm pretty sure it's going to be for the banner that we just looked at, and then for other good stuff, right? That's basically it. I'm pretty sure they have done this every year based on the amount of CC you spend. Even Dokkan does this, however many stones you spent, you would get the memorial stones, and then you'll be able to get tickets or like a Dokkan Fest, right? So this is essentially the same thing, and we'll have to see what other rewards they'll offer in the exchange shop, right? So depending on that, this will be a really good thing, right? So that's pretty much it for this one. Let's move on to the next thing. And next up we have the Festival Hoiboy. You can't have a good celebration without the lovely Hoiboy. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they know how much we love the Hoiboy, right? They mentioned that every time that they go through their like feedback or whatever, they see that we want the Hoiboy back, and we all know why, right? This just is such a good resource farmer, right? You just get erasers, platinum coins, multi-Z power, which they are going to be able to include, right? So you're going to be able to get Legends Limited multi-Z power from it, right? So it's pretty self-explanatory, not too much to talk about here. We'll be having Hoiboys, and yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Next up, we have the Festival Choice Battle. They did say that this is going to be like a tweaked one, right? The just for the festival, the rewards are going to be like amplified, right? You're going to have, it's essentially the same rewards, just crystals, the soul medals, the energy, the erasers, skip tickets, all that stuff. It's essentially the same thing. It's just like you get more, I guess, right? That's pretty much how he said it. So maybe, I'm pretty sure you were able to get like 50 CC. Now you'll be able to get like 100 maybe, or maybe 200. So basically this is just an amplified choice battle, right? So you'll be able to get like more rewards than normal. So it's pretty much it for this one. Let's move on to the next thing. And for the next thing, there's really not too much to talk about this worldwide festival mission, but basically every player is gonna have to come together and do a certain amount of things like adventures, or like maybe spend a certain amount of energy, right? And then I guess they'll be giving us rewards, right? So it's nothing really crazy on this. It's just gonna be a worldwide campaign where we all have to band together as players and do something throughout the game, right? The reason why I said adventures is because that's one of the things that Toshi said, right? So it says gets rewards such as chrono crystals and festival plates, so that'll be pretty good, right? But let's move on to the next thing. Next up, we have the Ultra Acquisition events on. Now, this is nothing new. They just felt the need to mention it because they know there's going to be a lot of new players in, right? So basically, it's just to remind you that Ultra, Goku, Vegeta, and Omega are all available. So make sure you farm them if you haven't already, right? There's really nothing else to it, right? So let's move on to the next thing. And for the next thing, we have Legends Friend Power Up. Now, this has been in the game already for a while now. Remember, it's like where you get friends to join the game, and then you would get like that card sleeve of Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Shallot on a card sleeve, right? So this is basically the same thing, but you just get crystals, I'm pretty sure, right? I mean, I've never really gotten the amount of friends to join yet, so I wouldn't really know, but I guess they're adding 300 chrono crystals to it. I'm not really sure, but they included this, so I'm guessing that's what it means. So let's move on to the next thing. And for the next thing, we have 5 weeks of raid battles. Now, remember in the anniversary where we had the 5 weeks of raids, right? It was like Gogeta Blue, Zamasu, Scouter Vegeta, Vegeta Blue, and the purple LF Rose, right? We had to fight those throughout the 5 weeks of the anniversary, right? So this is essentially the same thing. We're gonna have those 5 raids back. Now, it's not gonna be like the raids that we have now. They specifically said that it's gonna be just like the old ones where if you kill the boss, that's it, it's dead, right? It has a certain amount of health pool. Once it goes down, the boss is dead, right? It's not going to be like every time you kill it you get the rewards. It'll be like the old raid format, right? So it'll be for 5 weeks, 5k cc for free, so that is pretty good, and a bunch of other good rewards like erasers or Z power and all that good stuff, right? So make sure you guys do participate in as much raids as you can. And yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Alright, not really too much to talk about here. It is the ultimate equipment collection thing where you get like the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Plaque, right, for GT, or the UI Goku Plaque for USS, right? So basically I think all those are going to be available, so if you have missed it, now's your chance to get it. That's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, next up we have the Festival Duel 2021. I'm pretty sure this will it start this week? Actually, I'm pretty sure it'll probably start next week, right? But basically it's probably going to be ×2 or ×3 RP, and we'll be able to get like maybe 2k cc, right? It's like basically every celebration how they do a special PvP season where we're able to get double the rewards, right? I'm pretty sure that's what this is, and you'll be able to get Legends Festival Champion based on like top cut, or if you're rank 1, right? So pretty much that's it. They just felt the need to announce it, right? Pretty sure again the rewards will be doubled, so that'll be pretty cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, next up we have everyone's favorite, the Legends Festival Adventure. Now obviously we all know how this works, but it's going to be tied to the celebration. You'll do the adventures, get the resources, and then go to the exchange shop and get stuff, right? Obviously there's going to be the missions that coincide it too, right, where you'll be able to get like, what is it, usually it's like 200 cc, and then you'll be able to get like 2 GSPs, right, for whatever LF banner is going to be coming, which we all know by now, right? But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next thing. Alrighty, now it's time to start getting into the juicy stuff. Right now we are going to start talking about the upcoming characters, which saying that there's a lot of is probably an understatement, right? But let's jump right in. As you can see right now, we have an EX Redmi, right, who's a range type. She is I think I said EX already, but she's gonna be an extreme. She's gonna be buffing girls in future, obviously, right? Her main ability will draw a special arts card next, which is what, a green card? Yeah, it's a green card. Restores own health by 20 and ki by 30, and inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20% to pierce and slice damage received. I guess pretty good. Not really sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure like Trunks characters have that, right? So blue card deals major pierce damage and inflicts enemies with 20% to blast damage received upon activation for 15 timer count. So, and she has synergy with Trunks. She seems pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really care, right? I don't know if you do. If you do, big ups to you, I guess, but I really don't care about this character, right? She seems pretty decent. We'll see how she'll hold up, right, whenever they do end up dropping. So let's move on to the next character. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the animations yet, I'm sure you haven't, but just in case you haven't, I did post a video with the Trunks, the EX Mai, and then the Goku Black and Zamasu assist, right, or whatever you want to call it. I posted that literally the video before this, or 2 videos before this, I'm pretty sure. So if you guys want to go check it out, but I'm sure you've seen it, right? I'm not going to show it in this video. It's just going to take way too much time, right? So here's the Zamasu, right? It's actually a Zamasu. I was actually thinking, like, when is the next time we're going to get a Zamasu, because we only have the EX green one and then the sparking red one with endurance, right? So now we have a new Zamasu who's coming with a Goku Black assist, right, which is pretty cool. They're going to be green, they're going to be a defense type, and their tags are God Key Regen, Future, Saiyan, Super Saiyan Rose, and Powerful Opponent, right? So their unique ability applies the following effects to self when the battle starts and cannot be cancelled. Nullifies enemy attribute downgrade, for 30 timer counts, reduces damage received by 15 for 30 timer counts, and reduces damage received by 15 again for 70 timer counts. So for the first 30 timer counts, you'll be pretty tanky, reducing damage received by 30, and they also permanently reduce damage received by 30. So this unit is going to be pretty tanky to say the least, right? So that's pretty good. Not to mention their defense type, so they're going to have good stats, right, defensively. So that's pretty good. They seal all enemies' main abilities when entering the battlefield, so that's like the Beerus effect, right? Activates twice, restores allies' health, and increases strike damage when it's switched to standby. So they act like they act as a support unit, which is really good. And they increase draw speed level by 2 timer counts for 15 timer counts. Or no, they increase draw speed level by 2 for 15 timer counts, and reduces enemy ki when performing a cover change. So that's pretty good. Wait, so okay, so when they enter the battle, I guess, right? That's pretty much what it means. But yeah, they look pretty good. Let's move on to the next character. Next up, we have the Sword of Hope, Trunks himself. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, if you didn't see this coming, I don't know what you were doing, right? It was pretty obvious, but that's not why I said I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like this guy's color. I wanted him to be green, right? It just, I don't think Future doesn't need a blue, right? They literally have a Zenkai Trunks, right, of this exact guy, just without the Sword of Hope, right? But he's blue. They have Vegeta blue. And then Hybrids, I mean, I guess Hybrids has the blue Trunks as well, who's still a demon. He can one-shot you with your blue card, bro. Like, unless you're a green unit. He doesn't care who you are unless you're a green unit. He'll one-shot you with that blue card, right? It's just to say that he has a blue variant of himself who's pretty good. I just wish he was green, right? But it doesn't even matter. He's still crazy. You can see the essay that they wrote for him, right? He's a melee type. He has Hybrid Saiyan, Future, Vegeta Clan, and Super Saiyan, which means you can run this guy with Bardock, right? So pretty insane. Unique ability, charges on unique gauge when hit with an arch attack. So if you're hit at all, he charges his unique gauge, which, if you don't know, the unique gauge is what charges his Sword of Hope. He can start off the battle with no aura, and as you get hit, right, as you charge up the unique gauge, that's when he'll start building up his aura, like the Evolution Blue Vegeta aura, the Super Saiyan Rose aura, even his Rage Trunks variant aura, right? Like those special type of auras that they're giving these characters, he'll build that up as he gets hit and fills up the unique gauge. So reduces enemy ki by 2, reduces enemy ki. Okay, so he just does that, and then restores own health, increases damage inflicted, and increases the ultimate damage inflicted. Increases own draw speed by 1 level. Okay. Has a special cover change against strike attacks comboable with blue cards. Applies the following effects to self. Applies the following effects to self. I just lost myself there. If there are 2 or more tag Vegeta Clan or tag Future battle members other than this character in the party when battle starts. Restores own health by 25% only once when it reaches 0. So he has endurance. Charges own unique gauge by 100% if the endurance is popped, which basically you're ready to go if someone pops your endurance. So if you feed this guy into a rush and you don't guess it and he dies and he pops endurance, you got your gauge filled up already, which is pretty cool, I guess. When causing a character with a revives when health reaches 0 effects to revive, the character will revives. Okay, if he pops somebody's revival, they will revive with 30% less health. So it's like Scouter Vegeta. He does literally the same thing, right? But I'm pretty sure it's like 20% HP less, right, when he causes someone to revive. So that's pretty good, I guess. And his ultimate arts nullifies enemies' endurance, obviously, right, and also nullifies own color. So he goes color neutral, right? He goes type neutral when he pops it. If there are 2 defeated members, though, you need to have 2 defeated members, and it's for 10 timer counts. And he also has blast armor. An attacker with a unique gauge who can turn the tide of battle. Yeah, this guy seems pretty dope, but obviously we'll have to see how he looks in game, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for this. Now let's move on to the next thing. Alright, next up we have a DBS Final Form Frieza. There's really nothing special to this guy in terms of animations and in terms of, his kit. I haven't even read his kit, so I can't say that. But in terms of the animations, it's literally the red Frieza just without the ult, right? So green extreme Final Form Frieza, he's defense, He's a Frieza Force Transform Warrior and Lineage of Evil. Unique ability reduces damage received from attack same by 10%. Yeah, nice. That's totally gonna do something. Applies the following effects when entering the battle according to the number of defeated battle members: 0, 20% of damage inflicted, and reduces damage received by 20. 1 battle member defeated, 40% of damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 20. And 2 battle members received or dead, 60% of damage inflicted, and reduces damage received by 30%. And this one cannot be canceled, and the second one either, right? No, just the second one. The 2 battle members defeated cannot be canceled. Applies 50% of damage inflicted and reduces damage received by 20% when the battle starts. And applies reduced key by 20 and randomly draws when destroys card when entering the battlefield. This guy, nothing special. I have no comment on him. Let's just move on to the next character. Next up, we have a green DBS base form Broly with actually his collar on, right? Because I'm pretty sure the red one doesn't have his collar because he's Rage Mode of Broly. But this one is just like a normal Broly, like the one that fought Vegeta right at the very beginning of the fight, right? So with this collar on and all that stuff, he did have Paragus in his animations, but I don't think it's a Paragus assist. It just, he pops up for like maybe the blue card or the green card or whatever it was, and then just for that animation. So it's just a Broly card. He's green, he's melee, he's Saiyan, Frieza Force, and powerful opponent. He draws a strike card on his main ability next and nullifies enemy special cover change. So for 30 timer counts, that's pretty good. Reduces health or restores own health by 50 and keep 15% and key by 30 and plus 40% to the next strike damage. So other Paragus makes his first appearance in Broly's blue card. Yep, that's exactly. Oh, and his phone screen. Yep, that's exactly what I just said. His special move at the start of battle makes him a ferocious attacker. So I guess if you do his blue card, you get some massive buff, right? So not much in terms of this, but I'm pretty sure he'll be pretty good, right? He looks pretty decent. He'll probably be doing some crazy strike damage, right? He'll probably be another blue Nappa, but we'll have to see what his full kit has in store. And with that being said, let's move on to the next and final character of today's breakdown. Alright, before we even get into the last character, you can clearly see who it is already, right? But we have to read this in order to understand the type of character that is coming, because it is the first of its kind. What are tag characters? Tag characters are single units that can switch between fights and battle, right? This is originally what assist units were supposed to be, right? Like, or not what they were supposed to be, but it's what we thought they were going to be, right? Like, you would actually use the other character in the card in battle, right? But this is what it actually is. This is what we're getting now, right? What we thought it was, now we're getting it. They have a switch ability instead of a main ability, right? So instead of getting some crazy buff, you just get this main ability, or you instead of that, you get to switch, which I rather have. I don't know about you, but I rather have, right? So yeah, they using arts and receiving attacks will fill their switch gauge, and when it's full, they can switch they can activate their switch ability to perform a tag switch. Unlike main abilities, switch abilities can be used whenever the switch gauge is filled. Goku and Vegeta's switch ability allows them to reverse their element factors, right? That means they'll become strong against yellow and weak against green. So that's pretty crazy. Now we have their kits. LL Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. Now real quick, I do have to make a little comment, right? In the preview, Vegeta had his full outfit on, right? So hopefully, like, he's like the purple DB Cooler movie, right? The Revenge of Cooler movie Vegeta, right? That we literally got like a year ago, right? Hopefully he's like that, where you have to get hit with like a blue card and then he'll turn into this outfit that's on the card art, right? Or Goku, he already has like his beat up form, like he's in his like blue shirt or whatever. So just a little thing that I'm hoping for. It'll make it look cool, but I doubt it, because I mean, they didn't show it, right? So it could still be a thing, but we'll have to see. They're purple, they're melee, and their tags are Saiyan, God Ki, Super Saiyan, God, Super Saiyan, Sun family, and Vegeta family, right? Which is obviously expected. Their unique ability: special cover change against blast arts, evades enemy attack, applies the following effects when using strike or blast arts. 1, inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade, sustained damage up, lasts for 20 time counts. 2, reduces special move arts cost, activates 5 times and cannot be cancelled, and restores health. When causing a character with revives, I'm pretty sure, I don't think that's endurance. I think that's revival. Increases own Dragon Balls by 2 and reduces enemy Dragon Ball by 2. So they have a mix of Cell and Gogeta, right? Cell reduces, I think, Dragon Balls by 4. So does Gogeta. No, Gogeta gains the Dragon Balls by 4. So they kind of divided it and then made it even and then gave it to these guys. So that's pretty good. Their blue card draws, or oh no, their green card draws a blue card next. Destroys a random enemy arts card, restores ki, and increases own strike damage inflicted, and reduces enemy ki by 40. Do they do enough? Their special move nullifies enemies' endurance? Nullifies enemies' endurance. It does. Oh my god. It nullifies their endurance, so that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good, alright? So, now their switch ability, attack switch to Vegeta and reverses own element factors, right? Requires max switch gauge, restores own health and ki, increases draw speed by 1 for 15 timer counts, and increases special move damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Listen, this unit could have been the worst in the game. They could have literally had takes 100% damage inflicted. I don't even care. I still need them. Like I don't even care about Sword of Hope. I'm not summoning for Sword of Hope. Not at all. Not one bit. This unit, I need it now, literally right now. So yeah, expect to see some showcases on this guy because I'm gonna summon it till I pull this unit, right? So it's not even a question about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the kit. Obviously, this is not even the full thing, right? We're gonna have to see their stats and the actual damage inflicted that they do, right? The percentage or whatever, right? Because it could be like 100% damage inflicted, but we'll have to see. Let's move on to the next and last few things of this video. Alright, next up, nothing really crazy. We have Broly and Chila gets a Zenkai Awakening. Pretty cool. I mean, they are the first assist unit to get a Zenkai, so we'll have to see. I mean, I don't really think that takes an account of anything. I feel like they're going to be pretty mid, and yeah, pretty much that's it. Let's move on to the next thing. Alright, just like last year when Broly and Gogeta came out, and even when UI Goku came out, right, they had special songs available. So Blizzard will be coming back, but for fellow content creators, right, we won't be able to use this, right, especially when we won't be able to use this when we're recording because it's copyright, right? So I mean, only when we're not recording we can enjoy this, but if not, we'll have to keep the game on mute, right? So but for all the rest of you guys, make sure you guys enjoy this. I mean, not make sure you guys enjoy this, but you know, make sure you have your music on and, you know, listen to the tunes, I guess. But yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Listen, it's crazy because right before they actually revealed this guy, I'm literally like, bro, because they started showing the Cult Vegeta in the preview right before they even announced this guy. I was like, where's Cult Goku? Where's Cult Goku? I'm sure everyone was thinking the same thing, right? So after almost a year later, he's finally coming. He's going to be free just like Vegeta. We'll be able to obtain him. I'm pretty sure this is the free character they were talking about, right? It makes sense, right? And that's exactly what brought up to my mind too when they were like, oh, there's going to be a special free-to-play character and they didn't reveal it. I'm like, where's Cult Goku? And he's finally coming, so yeah, we'll be able to enjoy him. And yeah, let's move on to the last two things. Alright, and for last but certainly not least, Super Vegito finally gets a Zenkai Awakening, who literally is who they were talking about when they were like, that character is finally getting a Zenkai Awakening, which makes sense because everyone's been asking for this since they even introduced Legends Limited Zenkai Awakening, right? So he's finally here. Obviously, we'll be able to get him through Battle Gauntlet, which I actually did have this question of whether or not Legends Limited would get the Battle Gauntlet treatment, and here's our answer: yes, they will. And that brings us to the end of our breakdown. Also, they will be giving free Z power, right? I'm not sure how many, maybe it's like gonna be 600, who knows, right? But this is the end of the video, man. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We did have a lot to go over, but any comments, questions down below, just let me know down below and I'll be happy to answer. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one. Hype!